So good morning, everyone. Welcome to chair yoga. So for the next hour, let's tune in, cut out all the nonsense outside of you, noise, worries, concerns. See them leaving you, put them at the door. You can even open the door mentally, push them out, and close the door. So I like to read something to you each week for you to think about and ponder. This again comes from advice for students. Seek the company of the joyous people. Engage your mind in something inspiring, something that fulfills the soul. Take recourse to seclusion in a charming, spectacular part of nature. Well, we don't have to move too far to do that. Those of you that live on the Barrier Island, we know that we don't have to travel too far to engage with nature. Since the pandemic, I've made a habit of going out for either a sunrise or a sunset. Most of the time, a sunset. And it really makes a difference in the way I feel, and it brings just incredible vibrations inside. So put your hands on your knees. And if you're tall, you should be sitting on a cushion. You want your knees, actually, I'm still a little bit too low. The chair, your knees shouldn't be higher than the seat of the chair. So inhale, remember, yogic breathing is from down here, from the belly. Inhale, the abdomen rises. Exhale, the abdomen falls. Now bring your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Squeeze tight, 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 and then drop it. Inhale, up, squeeze out, squeeze all the tension out. You can make your arms and your fingers tight, and then relax. And inhale, we're going to start working on the neck. Bring your chin down towards your throat. And then exhale, inhale. Now lift your chin up, gazing up towards the sky. Remember, when the head is up, you release your jaw and bring your tongue into the lower palate. And exhale, bring your chin down towards your sternum. Bring your head back to the center. Turn your head all the way over to the left and open your eyes really wide and look over your left shoulder. Breathing softly. Inhale, exhale, and slowly turn. Whenever we're working on the neck, we mindfully move, never moving quickly. And now turn over to the right. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Open your eyes really wide. Look over that right shoulder. Let your eyes travel further than your neck will turn. And slowly, slowly come back. Good. And now we're going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Now, it's never going to touch the shoulder, but you want to turn the head so the ear is hovering over the shoulder. And now gaze up towards the sky. Now, I always use that word, the sky, because I want you to train your mind to visualize a beautiful sky with puffy clouds. And that keeps the mind off the neck. Okay, it's just a technique, and it's a good technique. Visualization. Inhale, exhale. We're going to turn the head the other way so the right ear hovers over the right shoulder and the eyes gaze up towards the sky. And imagine the most beautiful sky, whatever sky really talks to you. It could be a sunset, it could be a beautiful day, sunny day. And slowly come back. Good. And now we'll work on the shoulders. So the shoulders have a lot to do with the neck. So let's start by just stretching out the arms. Stretch through your collarbones. Stretch through your fingers. So it's not just the arms. I want you to really stretch through this, the whole area here. And now focus on your shoulder and armpits. And I want you to rotate forward and then rotate back. And if you have tight shoulders, this will not feel so wonderful, but it will certainly keep that area loose. Before we work on the shoulders, we want to make sure they're loose enough to actually move. And I like this exercise. It's not an asana, but it's a preparation for one. Inhaling and exhaling. And actually, the more you do this, the easier it becomes. And we break through connective tissue. Connective tissue is all that tissue that's between all the muscles. Okay, and then bring it down. Now, for some of you, keeping the arms out like this might be challenging, but it's good for you. Okay, and we don't want to do this because this is below the shoulders. You want to keep them up. Okay, now inhale, exhale, bring the right arm out, lift it up, stretch all the way from the hip all the way up. And now bend at the elbow and press your hand between the shoulder blades. And then come up and down. Other side. Bring the arm up and really lift it. Stretch through that elbow. Some of you, I think, have your elbow like this. You want to really stretch through it. Bend. And if you need some help, you can take your other hand and pull your elbow. You see, I just found some space there by doing that. And you pressing your hand between your shoulders. Now, you might not be able to get there today, but if you can get here, then press your hand over here. Wherever you can get to today, the idea is to bring the hand behind the head, pressing between the shoulders, opening up this area, and then bring it down. Good. And now bring your shoulders forward, up, and down. Forward, up, and down. Forward, up, and down. Good. Inhale, exhale. Now we'll go back, up, and down. Pull them back, up, down. Back, up, and down. Very good. Inhale, exhale. Now hold on to your elbows. Now, if your elbows are not available, hold on to your forearms. and lift up. Now, most of you could do this. And what we're going to do is travel to the right as far as you can go. Now, you'll find your edge. Wherever your edge is, stop, breathe, and notice what the edge feels like. It's really important to know where your edge is in every asana or every move, every exercise. Because you want to, the next time we do this, you want to go to your edge and then see if you can just go a micro move further and then return. Inhale, go all the way over. Now we're not moving our torso, try to isolate. This is a stretch for the top of the shoulder. You should feel that and be mindful of where your edge is today. Stay at your edge, breathe. So if you notice, when I pull the arm over, this arm is as straight as I can get it, but the other arm is bent, and I'm holding on to my right elbow here. This is a wonderful stretch for this area here. Okay, and then come back. Bring your arms down. Don't let go of your elbows though, or your forearms. Now, inhale, start to lift. Lift more. Lift more. Now, some of you will say that's as far as I'm going today. If this is your edge, then you stay here. But some of you may be able to go up a little higher. What you want to be sure of is that you don't compromise your neck. So shake your head yes, shake your head no. Make sure you have lots of space. And then slowly come down. Everyone good? Okay, stretch your hands out. Bring your hands up like this. We're going to stretch this part of the wrist. So my arms are straight. And then bring the hands down. So we're holding it just for a few seconds, up and down. Now, you want to, again, make sure that your arms remain shoulder level. Okay, bring them up. And now open and close your fingers. Open and close, open and close, open and close. And travel out. Open and close, open and close. Go all the way back. Open and close, open and close. Good. Okay, and now bring your arms down. They might be a little tired. Inhale, exhale. Now, bring your thumb in and fold your fingers over the thumb. Thumb in, fold the fingers, okay? And now bring the fist down. And then up, down, up. And this is a different sensation. If you have any kind of carpal tunnel issue, you'll feel this here. But this is a really good thing for your wrists. Okay, and now interlace your fingers like this. Go all the way into the root of the fingers. Okay, bring the heels of the hands together. And then just go into a circle back and forth. This is really easy to do. And it kind of wipes the slate clean, and it brings a lot of mobility into the wrists there was any tightness in those tendons. Again, this also helps to break through connective tissue. It's only with movement and really intentional movement that the connective tissue will start to break through. The tighter, the connective tissue gets really tight with lack of movement. And imagine there's like a glue. I'm going to use that word. It's not really glue, but imagine glue between all the threads of the connective tissue. The glue gets tighter and tighter with each other. It kind of knits and glues together the longer you don't exercise and the longer you don't move. And then when you try to move, it's like almost impossible. People sometimes in the shoulder area, we're working on the shoulders, they call it a frozen shoulder. Okay, so bring the arms up like this. Okay, and see if you can overlap your fingers like this, put it under your chin, and bring the elbows all the way up. Breathe. And now bring the fingers into the chin and the chin into the fingers and pull up those elbows. And feel the back shoulder blades going down. You'll feel them going down. Keep lifting those elbows and then release. Okay, and now bring the forearms and the elbows together. Inhale, let's try that again. Push your chin into your fingers and your fingers into your chin and lift the elbows up. Breathing in and out. And release. So that was a very gentle way of getting to the shoulder blades, and we addressed them in many different ways, but in a very gentle way. So effective, but gentle. So last week I taught you a way of doing sun salutation using the chair. Okay, so we'll try that again. We'll do 2 rounds, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Okay, bring your hands into prayer pose. Bow down. Big inhalation, bring the arms up. Now you don't have to arch back, but if you feel like you can slightly arch back. Then bring the hands down to the thighs. Slide your hands down your shins. This is a gentle way of stretching the back. So your feet are parallel, your knees are parallel, but not touching. Slide them back to your thighs. Inhale, bring up the right leg and knee. Now, if this is hard for you, put your left hand underneath the right knee and lift it up, or the opposite way. Put your right hand, whatever's comfortable. If you need more help, you could take your left hand and hold the ankle. That might help you a lot. If you're okay with all that and you don't need too much support, then lift the knee up this way. Okay, slowly lower it down. Good. Inhale, exhale, slide the hands down the legs and come back. Now, we're going to flex the lower spine, the tailbone. So we're flexing forward like this and then rounding the bottom of your spine so the navel is pulling in towards the back. Okay? And then come back. Okay? And then lift this up again. Lift the right leg up again. Inhale and lower it down. Slide your hands down the leg. Of course, ideally, it would be for the chest to rest on the thighs, but depending on how flexible your spine is. But this is a very gentle way of stretching the back. Bring your hands back, up, and down. Inhale, exhale, prayer pose. Chin down. Inhale, arms up. Bring your hands to your thighs, slide down. Slide back. Bring the left leg up. Again, if you need help, put your hand under the back of the knee, hold the ankle this way or this way, whatever's comfortable for you. And then lower it down. Put your hands on your thighs, slide down, slide back. And now flex the spine. And then bring the navel towards the back. Slide down, slide back, lift up the leg. Down. Arms up and down. Good. Inhale, exhale, right side. Prayer pose. Chin down. Arms up. Hands to the thighs. Slide down. Back. Inhale, lift up the right knee and hug it. Bring it down. Slide down. Slide back. Flex the spine forward and back. Slide down. Slide back. Lift up the knee. Knee down. Arms up and down. Last side, left side. Prayer pose, chin down. Arms up. Hands to the thighs. Slide the hands down the shins. Slide back to the thighs. Bring up the left knee. Bring it back down. Slide down the shins and come back. Flex the lower spine forward and then back. Slide down, slide back. Lift up the left leg. Down. And namaste. So the traditional sun salutation has 12 steps and it's done on the mat, but this is a modification. And it's pretty effective. It does stretches the back, the neck, the arms, the knees. Okay, so now I want you to scoot to the edge of your chair. Okay, and bring your hands back so they're like this on the edge of your chair. Okay. Squeeze your shoulders together and tuck your chin down. Okay, and then release. Okay, now bring your hands back and see if you can bring the flat of your hands to the waist. Now this might be a little harder for some of you. If the waist is not available, then you can bring them out more, but best to bring them in. And the flat of your hand is going to press into the lower back. Okay, pressing into the lower back. Chin down. Keep pulling the elbows back. And the shoulder blades are away from the ears. You don't want the shoulders to be up. You want them to be down. Good. And then release. So the upper part of our body and the hand motion is part of the shoulder stand. So if you were on the mat doing a shoulder stand, your chin presses into your sternum. And the hands are pressing, the flat of the hand presses into the waistline, the lower back. And the elbows are, bent. So you're doing the upper part of the shoulder stand. Shoulder stand is called the queen of all the asanas, queen of the asanas, because it really works on so many wonderful body parts, the thyroid especially, and the parathyroid, which is located somewhere in here. I'm not a medical person, but I know this from yoga. Okay, great. So hold on to the chair. Okay, we're going to lift up the right leg and just hold it there and lower it down. Lift up the left leg. So you want to keep the spine straight and lower it down. Now lift up the right leg and see if you can stretch it forward. I think I'm going to turn my chair for this so you could see. Now, some of you might need to hold on to your leg. And if you have a yoga belt, you could certainly use that too. I'm going to turn my chair sideways. Let's see. That looks right. So we want to keep the leg straight. Flexing the foot. If you need to hold the back of the thigh, you can, or you can take your yoga belt, put it underneath the arch of your foot, and wrap the belt once around your hand so it doesn't slip. This actually will also, if you have a yoga belt and you're doing this, not only will this work your hamstrings and your leg, it works your back. It really strengthens the muscles of your back. And yoga belts, by the way, you can purchase them. Even at Marshall's has them. But Amazon is probably the best place. And try to get one that's at least 6 feet long or longer. Longer is better. Okay? And now let's try the other side. Lift it up first, stretch it out. Flex the foot. Breathe, try to keep the spine lifted very straight. And again, if you need help, hold the back of your leg like this, but try not to round your spine. Or if you want to use the belt, remember it's underneath the foot, the middle of the foot. Wrap the belt around your hands once, and you're kind of tugging on the belt. Keep the spine lifted. And then lower it down. So that was with a flexed foot. Now we're going to point our toe. So inhale, exhale, lift up the leg, point the toe. So now we're getting this part of your leg. And again, if you need to hold the leg, by all means, but try not to round your back. Breathe. And lower it down. Inhale, exhale, lift up the left knee, point the toe, and extend it out. Point. Breathing in and out. And lower it down. Very good. Now, if you have a block like this, we can use it in many ways also. It's really beneficial to have at least one of those. Okay, hold on to your chair, lift your spine, lift up the right leg and bring the leg out like this. So we're starting to work on your hip. This also works on your psoas muscle, which is in here, goes in the back, out and back. One more time, out and back. The other side, lift it up, out and back, out, back, out and back. And you may find one side is a little more cooperative than the other side. That happens. So our goal here is to try to create balance so both sides are equal. Okay. Now, inhale, bring the right knee up, and now we're going to go circular. Okay, just to start loosening up that hip area. Breathing in, and we're going circular back. Just loosening up. And if you're someone that has had a hip replacement, please always listen to whatever your doctor has said you can and cannot do. You know, especially if it's recent. Okay, everybody stand up, and we're going to start to stretch. We're working on the hips, but we're also going to work on the spine. So if you're very tall, you may want to go over to a closet door because the chair is going to be too low. You want to stand behind the chair. Inhale, exhale, and we're going to start to walk back slowly. Keep your chin up. Walk back. This is a great stretch for the spine. I'm going to move my chair up just a little bit more. Your chin is up. Very important to keep here your neck in alignment with the spine. Breathing in and out. Keep pulling your hips back. Lift your kneecaps up if you can. Breathe in and out. Look straight ahead. Now this should feel pretty good. And now on the next inhalation, gently swivel your hips to the left. You don't have to go too far to feel this in the hip. And now swivel to the right. You'll feel it in the top of your hip. Breathing in and out, swivel to the left. And swivel to the right. So my feet are not moving, just the hip. Okay, and then come back to the center and slowly come forward. Slowly come forward. Okay, now bring your thighs as close to the chair as possible. And we're going to inhale and slide your right foot and leg back. Slide it back, but keep pressing the left thigh into the chair. Slide back. And if you want, you can even turn your toe under like this. And squeeze your right buttock. So this is really great for the lower back. It strengthens the whole hip area, the whole gluteal area here. You'll feel it in your hamstrings, the upper hamstrings, all the way up. So try to keep the legs straight. It's easy to bend it, but the idea here is to keep the legs straight. Keep breathing and then slide it in. Doesn't look like much, but it feels like a lot. Okay, and now slide the left leg and toe back. Remember to keep the right thigh now pressing into the chair. Keep breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Squeeze the left buttock. And then slide it in again. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Let's try that again. Second time should be easier. Left thighs pressing into the chair. Slide the right foot and toe back. Squeeze the buttock together. Keep lifting the spine. Look straight ahead. Press down into the chair to keep your spine lifted. Keep squeezing that left buttock. Breathe. And bring it back. Now press the right thigh into the chair. Slide the left leg back. Keep lifting the spine. Breathe gently. Keep that leg straight. So there's a yoga asana called the locust pose. So this is doing the locust pose, but using the chair. And I think it's very effective. Okay, now we're going to turn the chair the opposite way. Okay. And this is doing the downward facing dog, which is a very popular yoga asana, but using the chair. So the hands are flat, pressing down into the chair, and you're going to keep walking back. Walk back. And now you can look down, actually gaze at your navel. Keep pulling your hips back. Your feet are hip width apart. And then slowly tippy toe forward. That should feel pretty good. Okay, I'm going to turn my chair back this way. So that downward dog pose you can practice that one on your own. It's very safe and very effective. It stretches the whole spine. It stretches the legs. It's really wonderful. And there's variations that we could do with that too. But I'd have to, maybe next week, I'll leave a little more time for that. Okay, now I want you to scoot to the edge of the chair like this, like you were walking your hips forward and then walk them back. So this is a great little exercise to do to loosen your hips. So we just worked on the hips, but let's kind of see how loose we are actually. This should be pretty easy for you to do. Back and forth, okay? Like you were walking forward with your hips and then walk back. And this also you could do on your own, especially if you're sitting behind a computer all day long or for hours like I have been. I must be doing, at least 5 Zoom sessions a week. And it's a lot of sitting and a lot of, it feels really uncomfortable after a while, even with pillows on the chair. So very important to exercise a little bit in between if you're using the computer a lot. Okay, now let's work on a little twisting. Separate your feet and your knees hip width apart. Take your forearm on your right side and rest it on the thigh. Take your left hand, bring it back to the top of the chair. Now, if you have a very high chair, you might not be able to reach it, then you can just bring it to the seat of the chair, whatever is available. Okay, and keep lifting the spine. Inhale, exhale, and look over your right shoulder as much as you can. You don't want to lean forward. Try to keep the spine lifted. Inhale, exhale. Keep turning. And then slowly, slowly turn back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring your left forearm to your thighs. Bring your right hand back to the top of the chair or the seat of the chair. The seat will be, of course, much easier. And lifting the spine, look over that right shoulder. And again, be mindful of where your edge is. And slowly come back. Good. Inhale, exhale. Separate the feet a little bit more. Okay. Move this. Okay. Left arm out. Cross the body. Cross the body. And now stretch the arm out more, like you were trying to grab hold of that brass ring over there. See if you can really stretch that arm out. And then lower your arm to the outside of your right leg. Now, you could touch your ankle. That's not available. Then touch the calf. That's not available. The outside of the right knee. Okay, and you're going to try to lift your spine and look over that left shoulder. And then slide the arm back. Inhale, exhale, we'll do the other side. Cross the body, stretch that arm out and up. And then lower the arm down, holding on to the outside of the left lower leg. Try to lift up the spine and then gently look over that right shoulder. Breathe. Eyes are open. Okay, slowly, slowly release. Very good. Inhale, exhale, stretch your legs forward and sit on the edge of the chair. Bring your arms out like this. Lift up and then lower your arms down and slide them down your legs. Slide back, lift the arms up and down. Very good. So that is a seated forward bend. And I think I showed you last week, if you have trouble doing that, you can take a pillow. This is a little too thin, but you can put a pillow on your upper thighs like this, and that will really help you with the stretch. Okay, now separate the legs really wide. And if you have a block, we can use the block. Put it on the outside of the right foot. Okay, so my hand would be like this. And I am twisting my torso to the left. Lift up the left arm. I'm pressing down into the block and lifting up the arm. Breathe softly. Slowly come down. Good. And move the block to the other side. If you don't have a block, then just use your hand pressing onto the side of your calf. Okay? So I put the block down. I slightly twist my torso to the right. Extend the right arm out and up. And lower that down. Good. And remove the block. And we're going to do a full body stretch. So we need to sit on the left hip first. Bring your left forearm to the seat of the chair and lean back into the chair. And then extend the right leg to the side, point the toe, bring the arm up and back. Look up towards your hand, completely stretching the right side of the body. I really like this stretch because it really gets every part from all the way from the big toe all the way to the tip of your fingers. And then bring the arm down, slide the leg in, inhale, exhale, and come to the other side. Sitting on the right hip, lean back onto the right forearm, let the shoulder press into the chair. You're pointing your toe, stretch the arm up and back, look up towards your fingers. and down. Slide the leg in. And now please prepare for yoga nidra, final relaxation. So you want to scoot back on your chair. You could I highly recommend that you put a pillow under your feet. This will really help with complete relaxation. And close your physical eyes. So this part of the class is the integration. It integrates everything that we've done. And through auto-suggestion, will relax every part of the body. Bring your awareness to your feet and toes. Mentally repeat to yourself, I relax my feet and toes. Feet and toes are relaxed. I relax my shins and calves. My shins and calves are relaxed. I'm relaxing my knees. I'm relaxing my knees. My knees are relaxed. I relax my thighs and hamstrings. Thighs and hamstrings are relaxed. I relax my hips. I relax my hips. My hips are relaxed. I relax my entire spine. My spine is relaxed. I relax my internal organs. I relax my chest and lungs. Chest and lungs relax. I relax my arms, my fingers and hands. I relax my shoulders. My shoulders are completely relaxed. I relax my neck. I relax my neck. My neck is relaxed. I relax my face, my jaw, my cheeks. As I inhale, I relax my tongue. I relax my ears. I exhale fatigue in my forehead. I relax my eyes. As I inhale, I bring peace to every cell of my being. As I exhale, I let go of tension. Inhaling, relaxing my brain, focusing only on this moment, the only moment there is. I bring in fresh prana, oxygen, to every cell of my body. As I exhale, I let go of worry, stress, fears. I breathe in faith and courage. I let go of stress. Just let everything go. Breathing in affirmations to love yourself. Affirm that you are whole and complete just as you are. Exhale self-criticism and judgment. Breathing in self-acceptance, letting go of judgment. And feel the peace. Breathe in the peace. And be the peace. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Om Shanti, peace be with you. Have a great weekend. Namaste.